Hello everybody, welcome to another beer review. This is Cheer to Beers and my name is Travis. Today we're looking at a beer I got in a recent trade from HefeHeadBeerReviews. Make sure you check out his channel. I try to watch all of his videos. He does a great job reviewing. And this one is from Terrapin. It is Hopzilla, their Double IPA. This came out in February and it's part of their Monster Beer Tour that they do. They release these beers in 4-packs. Another one part of the tour is Wake and Bake. A lot of people know about that beer. It's a great beer. I've had that one before and I loved it. This is this is the Double IPA. It's 10.3% ABV and 110 IBUs is what I saw on their website. It's brewed with, I saw Bravo hops, Centennial, Chinook, and then it's dry hopped with Citra. So it should be pretty interesting in the smell. They use a lot of Maris Otter malt in it. And I think it came out in February, so this is the newest batch. I guess it's a couple months old since it came out in February, but I still have really high hopes for Hopzilla. It's a very hazy golden color. I'm not sure if you can see that in the light, but it does also stick to the glass. It's a nice looking beer, definitely pretty hazy though. Yeah, and its smell actually reminds me of that. It kind of has that Terrapin smell, I guess you would say. Some of the other beers I've had from them, their Hopsecutioner and their Rye Pale Ale, kind of have that same distinct smell. I'm sure they use similar hops and similar malt, but this is just feels like a bigger version of those beers in the smell at least. Yeah, you're definitely smelling that citrus in there from the dry hop, or the citrus from the Citra hops. In there in the dry hop, from the dry hopping, that comes out very prevalent in the smell. And then, yeah, it's kind of, you can smoke some of it, maybe almost, I don't know if they use rye malt in it, but you're getting a little bit of that kind of smell you would get from a rye beer. Yeah, just a little bit of it, but the hops are pretty dang, pretty earthy, not a lot of citrus, but you are getting some of it. Just overall pretty decent smelling double IPA, at least for 2 months old. Here we go, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Interesting. The first thing I noticed is it's really sweet. And I like that in an IPA sometimes, a double IPA even. I think it makes it a little more drinkable when the malt is pleasing. So I don't know if I think maybe the Maris Otter maybe added a little bit of sweetness, and probably some caramel on this as well, because it is sweeter than your typical double IPA. Though this is, it's still pretty bitter. You definitely get the sweetness up front, then the bitterness, and then the hop taste is kind of lingering, but you can't judge a beer on the first sip. Yeah, I mean, right up front is kind of this bubblegum sweetness taste. That's, kind of get like in some of the Belgian beers actually, it's kind of candy-like sweetness, but it's not near the level that they are in some of the other beers. It's still pretty light sweetness, but that is the biggest tone I get from it so far. The bitterness is there definitely for 110 IBUs. You feel it on your tongue. It's you definitely feel it. But the hops just sort of they aren't there, and it's hard to judge that because it's 2 months old. I can imagine fresh the thing would probably be a hop bomb, but right now I think it's drinking still pretty well, and I'm enjoying it. But let me sip on this for a little bit, and I'll come back with my final thoughts and my rating on the Terrapin Hopzilla. And back with my final thoughts and my rating on the Terrapin Hopzilla Double IPA dry hopped with Citra using Maris Otter malt and Centennial, Bravo, and Chinook hops. This one actually reminds me a lot of 90 Minute by Dogfish Head, mainly because of how sweet it is. You're getting a good amount of bitterness. It's not like, where you want to scrape your tongue off, but it's like, it's still there and it kind of lingers while you're drinking it. It drinks a lot like a double IPA, but I can tell that the hops definitely faded because it's been 2 months since this came out. So I think it took a big hit in those 2 months. I don't know how it was stored, but it's not the best beer. Not a great double IPA. Fresh, I would love to try it fresh and see what I think of it. So this rating, I guess, is going to be a little skewed because this bottle's 2 months old. I usually don't rate beers that are this old, but I got it in a trade, so I wanted to go ahead and review it. HefeHeadBeerReview, make sure you check them out. Send me this bottle. I appreciate any beer, no matter what I rate it. I love trying new beer that I can't get. So if you want to set up a trade, let me know. This one I think I'm going to have to go, man, this is tough. 5 out of 10. That was pretty tough. I mean, it's a very biased rating. Not biased, but it's just, I can't, it's skewed because this is 2 months old, and I usually wouldn't rate a double IPA. It's 2 months old. So I guess if you want to know if this one holds up for 2 months, it doesn't. So if you got this, drink it now because it's only going to get worse. So fresh is probably really good. I think the Citra would be great, dry hops. I think what it's giving me now would be awesome if it was fresh. So this beer has a lot of potential, and I think if you don't let it sit around and you drink it fresh, you'll be very pleased. So Terrapin makes a lot of solid beer. Go pick their stuff up. Terrapin, awesome brewery. Love getting their stuff. So yeah, 5 out of 10 on the Hopzilla, mainly because it's 2 months old and not the greatest. Imagine if it was fresh, it would probably be an 8 or 9 out of 10. Definitely a solid double IPA. So if you have this one, let me know. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Cheers.